Civil War time, Civil War rhyme. Yeah, listen up. Yo. Listen up now as I tell you a tale. Listen up closely or you just might fail. This information for which I have a store will teach you all you need to know about the Civil War. It started when Congress began to disagree which states should have slaves and which should be free. We opened up territory to the west. Some said the spread of slavery would be best. The North ran slavery with a twist in their arms, but the South still needed them to work on the farms. The abolitionists would not be down. And if you don't believe me, ask John Brown. He fought against slavery, tried to raise them from the rubble. He failed, got caught, and was hanged for his trouble. He didn't succeed at Harper's Ferry. They were all given hope with the body that they buried. Southern Democrats thought they were nifty. Then came the election of 1860. Along came Abe, honest to his score. Douglas got votes, but Lincoln got more. Now with the fear of just what he might do, South Carolina said, that's it, we're through, we're out of here. We are going to secede. Slavery and states' rights is really all we need. To the North, this was a hard pill to swallow. Once they left, 6 more states followed. That's when Lincoln knew this was real. He could not make a deal and their fates were sealed. Fort Sumter, troops are hungry, dying of thirst. Lincoln had to get the South to shoot first. He broke the blockade to make a supply run, and that's when the rebels fired the guns. It's official, the Civil War is on, and any chance of avoiding a war is now gone. Yeah, Civil War time, Civil War rhyme. Can you write one that's as good as mine? I hope you hear every word that I say. I'm not Eminem, I'm the Milky Way. I'll take you on a journey, a rhyme-filled ride. Gonna tell you how it was from the Union side. The idea of war to the North seemed kinda funny. They had all the factories and all the money. Why fight the Union and break up the nation? The Yankees have the railroads and the higher population. The Union had the troops to make a stand, a strategy they called the Anaconda Plan. A blockade, control the ports and coasts, but the Mississippi River's what they wanted the most. Nobody thought the war would last long, but they were wrong. They couldn't get along, and now they all face their greatest fears. What they thought would last months would now last years. Fight with the Union? What were you thinking? You got Jeff Davis, but we got Abe Lincoln. Civil War time, Civil War rhyme. The next poetic words from my mouth will tell you how things were seen in the South. You all think that slavery's a sin. Because we have less soldiers, there's no way that we can win. But we assure you we have the skills to manage. We have experience and home field advantage. All we have to do was defend our land. Each and every man willing to take a stand. You think our army's small, tiny like a smurf. You have to come and fight us and do it on our turf. So here we go, we battle day and night. Get ready, Yankees, we will not give up the fight. We have all the confidence, it's easy to see, and we're led by the best, General Robert E. Lee. Yeah, Civil War time, Civil War rhyme. So now the fighting begins, and they soon realized that in war nobody wins. The devastation at Antietam was no mystery. It was the bloodiest day in U.S. history. McClellan won victory on this horrible day, but he allowed Lee and his men to get away. Lincoln was mad, that's all he could take. The war could have ended without this mistake. Now Abe needed something to secure the nation, so he wrote the Emancipation Proclamation. The order freed slaves. They took flight, came to the North so they could help fight. 200,000, someone just had to lead them. Side by side, fighting for their own freedom. Cheering became the usual sound. North started to win and gain more ground. It now seemed that the end was in sight as they prepared for one crucial fight. This major battle will go down in lore as a turning point of the Civil War. It's Gettysburg, where thousands died, with many casualties on both sides. The army of the South went down in defeat. forced Lee and his men to sound the retreat. It was over, ending all the days of violence. All that was left was a strange eerie silence. Lincoln arrived, the death to assess, and that's when he delivered his famous address. He gave us the words we all remember and know. They went 7 years ago. Nothing could truly describe the scene, nor did they know how much these words would mean. Since Meade didn't move, stood still like a plant, a new man was put in charge, Ulysses S. Grant, a strong leader who knew how to win. He started winning battles again and again. Now what was next? Would the war really end? Is the call for surrender the message they would send? In his march to the sea, Sherman unleashed wrath. On his way, he destroyed everything in his path. Meanwhile, there was another battle going on. A vote to decide if slavery would be gone. The 13th Amendment was on the docket. Be one more achievement to put in Lincoln's pocket. He had to get it passed before the end of the war, before the southern states came back through the door. It was approved, but not unanimously. But that didn't matter. The slaves were now free. It was over. Time for the fighting to cease, with Lee and Grant at Appomattox finally make peace. And now you're experts on the Civil War story. Now it's your turn to bask in the glory. Write your rhyme, make sure it's on time, and hopefully it's as good as mine. Now I think that I set the bar higher. I wrote a rhyme that I think you admire. I am the king, you can call me sire. I am not Vanilla Ice, call me Vanilla Fire. Yeah. Civil War time, Civil War rhyme. Can you write one that's as good as mine? You can do it, there's nothing to it. And I'm out.